From Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, it's Philly on the Rise with your host, Michael W. Pleasant. Today's guests, comedian Nicole Spain and vocalist CC Dash.
Judge on, okay? We in a pre-gentrificated block, so I feel like I can see the future with safetyness in here. So, and it's a Tesla. Ooh, no one does in life, So if they get bored, they can drive to a better family. No, I'm just joking. Any parents in the house? Amen, amen. For a few minutes, we're going to take to get them kids on the Sunday. Are you with me? Okay. Real quick, sound like you sound beautiful. And I may look, don't you? I may look like Tina Marie. You can say that one more time for granddaddy and uncles over here. I may look like Tina Marie, but I don't sound nothing like her, so don't think I'm about to do no selection. Okay, you won't get a joke and no note. Speaking of music, and y'all remember that song, 7 Whole Days? Y'all remember that? Y'all got saved or whatever? Well, it took me 7 whole hours to get these liquid pants for y'all. Yeah, instead of calling them fire and desire, I call them fire and dessert. I call them musical pants, because when I put them on, instead of that song, Fire and Desire, you hear Fire and Dessert. I turned 50 years old last summer, amen. Cadillac on crack. But I'll sell it. You have to laugh. I'm also in the season of changing my life and improving. I also lost a lot of weight. I used to be 300 pounds. I lost 150. It took me about 11, 12 years. No surgeries, none of that. No crack, none of that. I sell it, but I don't smoke it. They may not have me back, I don't know. And we're in North Philly, and we're in Hunter Park. No, I was 300. It took me a lot of years to get down. Went up and down like Oprah. Y'all remember Oprah? She was up and down like a yo-yo and all that. So I blame it on her. I'm at my lowest weight. I'm at 150 pounds. I'm at my goal. I'm at my birth weight. Let me say it again. I'm at my birth weight. That's why me and my mother, we started off on the bad foot. We don't even mess with each other. I've also been a school teacher, public high school teacher in the city of Philadelphia for 22 years. And I'm a little deterred because y'all got me at this location because my school was right up the street at some high school. I guess I want to get fired. Oh, Lord. I've been teaching for 22 years. A kid has never busted me in my head yet. And I ain't busting nobody else kid in the head yet either. Won't he do it? Won't he won't do it. All right. Last Friday, after 22 years, I got Teacher of the Month award. I never got an award before. I guess they don't want me to resign, you know. And I teach at a month reward, and I'm still kind of confused because I've been cussing these kids out all decade long, all century. Sit your behind down, brush your teeth, wash your behind, brush your face. They all smell like Philly food products. Vinegar, hoagies, cheesesteaks, mustard, salt, pepper, hallways. As a teacher, I deal with two things, the hallways. They love the hallways so much, we are in a movement to put hallway on their transcripts. They don't need history. They don't even know who Donald Trump is. They don't need help. They all 575 pounds apiece. And they don't need home economics. Anybody here had home economics? Boil the egg, you old with me. Boil water, hallway. They say meet the kid with their script is. Say it with me, class. Hallway. The high school dropout rate will decrease because of this. Another issue is the cell phone. We have a room, no cell phones. We all know they all addicted to the cell phone worse than New Jack City. I had to confiscate a phone on last Monday. The boy still had the phone open. He has little text messages. He was texting his girlfriend, I'm just you in school today, boo boo. So since the text messages is open, I texted her and have it back. I said, you missed graduation 4.5 years ago, boo boo. Send. They're not gonna fire me. They need me. He coming over here, I told you he 575 pounds, only 14. The Spain, you always be tripping, yo. I'm like, I'm not tripping. We are very familiar with each other. We've known each other all 7.5 years in his high school career too. He don't even have an IUP. Miss May, you be tripping. I'm not tripping. My shoelaces are tied and my fallopian tube. Okay? Make this real quick before they cancel me again. I got canceled a few times and came back. I'm newly single. I'm back on the market at the very lowest prices. Going once, going twice. I sold. I guess she sell crack. She leave her kids in the car. And nobody wanted me. Listen, that's my time, y'all. My name is Nicole Spain. Thanks for having me.
All right, I guess there's really no kids in the car right now.
It is.
There are. Okay, all right.
So you gotta make this quick.
You also talked about being a school teacher 22 years. What led you to comedy in 2017?
I've always wanted to be a comedian since I was a little girl. I think about 12 or 13 years old. But when you live in it, I don't know if it's a rural thing or inner city thing or wherever your location is, but you don't think it's really going to happen. It's just a thought. So I want to stay for about 15 years. I want to get in the theater. So I did theater, and I just hid behind theater. I would get comedic roles and different things like that, but I was a punk. Like I didn't know how to get into comedy. I was scared because you're by yourself when you're a comedian. When you in stage plays, you could bounce off each other. You could blame him for not knowing his lines. You know what I'm saying? But I wound up eventually dating a comedian, and he was the vessel that got me into comedy. There you go.
Interesting. Your life has been interesting, if you will, because earlier you started off in the foster care system, you lived in different group homes. How did that and those experiences shape who you are today?
Resilience. I'm not lazy. I'm a real hustler. I'm not real hustler. I don't sell drugs, but if I got a goal, I got something to accomplish, I'm about it because I ain't had mommy and daddy, so I got an extra push. I don't have nobody. If stuff don't work out, I can fall on. I ain't even got a man, so I gotta keep it together. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna sell drugs.
And you're gonna sell drugs.
Yup, and tired.
Ooh, it's all good.
You're not gonna have me back, are you?
No, we don't have you back. We don't have you back. Teacher by day, comedian by night. What shows you got coming up?
Okay, I got a show at the Club Car in Baltimore, April 24th, and that's real big because I love cars. Because you asked me what's my hobby. I don't have a Tesla. I got a Tercel, That's April 24th. I'm also going to be in Helium this summer. It's a comedy competition that's every summer, and we just compete with each other. So that's going to be like a big series this summer. There's also, it's quite a few, but they're all out of state, which is a good thing too. Oh, I got Atlantic City. I got Atlantic City Comedy Club, and that is April 18th. So the first show was a church show that day in Jersey, and then the other show is a casino show. So I'm at church and the casino.
You got to make sure you don't flip-flop them. You can't flip-flop them.
Baby, yeah. So, one show I can't cuss, the other show I'm a cuss. I ain't cuss yet. I'm good. Thank God.
So I told you about the pop quiz, and I hope you're ready. I told you there would be a quiz, and at the end, if you get the answers correct, you get yourself a nice prize. So we know that you love geography, you love to travel, you love to drive long distances by yourself.
Yeah,
So this is a two-part pop quiz. 7 continents, name all of them. Piece of cake, right? This is a softball, piece of cake.
Okay.
Name all 7 continents.
Okay. North America, South America, Australia, Africa, Asia, Europe, Antarctica? Oh, no, I do too much crap.
Is that right? Is that all 7?
Yeah, North Africa,
Okay.
South Africa, Asia, Europe.
All right.
Yeah.
Give her a clap for those 7. Piece of cake, that was a softball, right? All right, so here's the curveball. At one point in history, millions and millions of years ago, all 7 continents were connected. What is that called?
It starts with a P.
It does, but what's the rest of the word?
Damn, Paganiscus? Man, this is where I was in.
You're close?
I was in special ed Sunday school. Hold on.
You're close, it starts with the P.
Paganiscus?
Pangea.
Pangea.
Is that close enough?
It's like somebody's name in my
That's
class.
close enough.
Pangea.
All right. So if you're getting it right, you get to choose one of these items. You got 2 snow globes, 2 mugs. One is yours. Pick one.
Pick one.
Pick one.
Pick one of these?
Or one of these. It doesn't matter.
What's inside of it?
It's
right?
a snow globe. No crack.
Okay.
Go ahead. That's what you want?
It's mine.
It's yours. You won. It's your gift.
Oh, it's Philadelphia is 250
Yes,
years old.
exactly.
Oh, wow, cool. Okay.
Let's give it up for Nicole Spain, everybody. Nicole Spain.
Thank you.
Tired of playing the fool, tired of being played to, tired of being told what to do like it's grade school, tired of being lied to by the folks that I knew, tired of being nice to people think I'm all should
7 years old. Take us back to that time in your life, if you can go back that far.
Yes. Oh, I hope I still look young. Yes, I did start when I was 7 years old, singing, and I started rehearsing with Devon Gardner, who sang with Duke Ellington, and she's kind of the one that helped train me. But I would say I started a little bit younger than that, but training started at 7. But my mom heard me singing in the back of the car, always would play music. So she's always kind of heard that voice that I had and kind of just put that to the test to say, let's see if this is the path that God has for Cece. So that's kind of where I started then.
And fast forward till today, because you have worked with some Grammy-nominated singers and producers.
Yes. So again, singing at such a young age, plays throughout college and high school and acting camp. So not just a singer, but I also act. And leading into graduating college, my mom said, okay, are you going full force with this? Is this something that you want to focus on? And so we started to get into the studio with the help of many, especially my mother, but then also one of my cousins, the late Sarah Dash of LaBelle, also, saw the talent and said, okay, let me try to help, direct you to some folks. And so she had some friends in the industry, and that's kind of where I started working with Helen Bruner and Terry Jones, as well as Donald Robinson, all Grammy nominated. And so that's where I started out with my albums, or my EP, We're Incredible, in recording some music and then releasing an album, a 9-record album.
Here you are. Amazing work, amazing work. Amazing work. You're also a beauty pageant queen?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, getting into this, connecting and networking with people, it kind of led me into the path which I never saw for myself, of modeling or acting. And I've heard folks say, oh, you should go into modeling. And so this opportunity came about with a plus-size model pageant with Dave Wilkes of Wilkes Productions. And so he's been hosting this pageant for about 25 years. And so in his 23rd year, I became his 23rd plus-size queen. And so it's an international pageant where we do highlight and advocate for domestic violence. And so participated in that.
Amazing. 2026 is here. You got some stuff cooking on the stove.
Yeah, so there's been some events that have happened thus far this year. Every so often, you could find me singing at Booker's for their Supper Sunday events. And so I've done a couple of those shows beginning of this year. And next up, I will be at Penn Memorial. So although it's a church, they're having a jazz event. And so a lot of times these venues I sing at churches or different events where they're asking. So this next show will be at Penn Memorial on May 2nd from 4 to 7. It's a ticketed event, so I don't have a link for it, but if you follow me, you can find it on my page for more information.
I also told you about a quiz. You love sports, you love football, you love basketball, so I hope you're ready for your quiz. I led the Phillies to the World Series in the late 1998, late 2000s actually.
Okay.
I'm the first baseman. Who am I?
Is that Chase Utley?
Wow. First baseman for the Phillies.
Oh.
Led them to the World Series. I think 2008 maybe.
Okay, I like sports.
Power hitter. First baseman power hitter.
Can I phone a friend?
That's the wrong show. That's the wrong show.
Pete Rose?
Initial Pete Rose. That was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Initial RH. RH.
Oh,
RH. 2008 power hitter.
Ron Howard.
Ryan Howard.
Howard.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Should I give her one more?
Oof.
Give her another chance. All right. You told us you loved baseball and football. So let's do football. I led the Philadelphia Eagles to a Super Bowl. Maybe 10 years or so ago. Former coach, different coach than who it is now.
Okay.
Big Red was the coach back then, Andy Reid.
Uh-huh.
So I led them, and I was the quarterback at that time, and I led them to the Super Bowl. Quarterback of the Eagles.
Was that Donovan McNabb?
Donovan McNabb! Woo! So does she get a gift? Should she get a gift? Okay. So you have a choice. Would you like to have a snow globe or a mug?
I'll take a mug.
You take a mug?
Yes.
It's all yours.
Thank
It's all
you.
yours. It is all yours. Thank you guys, everybody.